Hey, good morning. It's Elizabeth Brown, the Kitchen Vixen. I am in a super hurry this morning, but I'm going to take at least 10 minutes just to make myself some fuel for today. So I'm making a quick fried rice and a protein shake, and that should sustain me. I have a really long work day. Showing one of my coworkers one of my videos, and she said that maybe I shouldn't be dressed like this. Some women won't like it. The reason I started even shooting these videos in the morning is that I go to the gym, I film my quick workout, I come home, I prepare my food to take to work. So there's two thoughts going on here. One is that I want to be a good example to show you about health and fitness, and also I don't feel like messing up my work clothes in case I splatter anything. There's a million people out there showing everything and doing workouts. People are like, you have to choose one. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to choose one. I've been working out longer than most of these people have been alive. I competed in powerlifting when nobody else did it. I competed in bodybuilding when nobody else did it. And I'm still working out at 51, still going strong. I'm leading by example. You know, other people can wear their workout clothes. I'm going to wear mine too. Plus, it's my own workout clothes. These are my leggings that I designed with my logo and my website. Win-win. I've already got some tea on the stove because I'm going to infuse my carrots with some tea. I'm going to add some butter to my skillet. I realized in my last video I had made some poached chicken. Did shoot a little segment about how I would take the poached chicken broth and drink that. And that's like another version of broth, okay? Call it bone broth, whatever, depending on what the ingredient, but we just always call it broth, okay? It's just broth. And every broth that you make out of some vegetable or animal is going to have nutrition in it. It's going to be good for you. It's going to help your immune system. Bone broth might be a little bit better because you're getting some protein at least. You don't get that from your vegetable broth, so that is a benefit of using bones. Your body will digest the collagen as protein. It goes into your body as protein to be used in enzymes and rebuilding muscle. I already have my skillet way hot. I edited a video yesterday and put some words on it. I used iMovie. But I had fun doing it, and I got to really cut my video down in the process. Normally I like to be kind of picky about my cutting techniques. I probably would have preferred a really nice little perfectly small cube dice, but I'm just doing a small dice of carrots. So I got my onion. I have some mushrooms for another recipe I'm going to make later this week, so I'm just going to use one mushroom. I'm going to use my usual salt and pepper. I'm going to add my mushrooms, and I'm going to chop up some garlic, and I'm going to add my eggs. This cabbage is also for another recipe, but I'm just going to cut some off. Get some extra greens. I've got some spinach for my smoothie. My smoothie, I already have almost everything all ready to go. So I've got 2 scoops of protein powder, my sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, nutritional yeast, molasses, Brazil nut. I put the cabbage in next. The onions and mushrooms you want to put in first because they take a little bit longer to cook. Mince up some garlic. That'll go in at the end. Carrots are done. Now my carrots are in a pot with tea. This smells really good. I'm gonna drink that broth. I'm gonna keep my carrot water and drink it on my way to work. It's gonna be yummy. Very excited about it. Carrot tea broth. There's my steamed carrots, or whatever, boiled carrots. I'm gonna add those too. Just wanted to make sure my carrots were nice and done. And win-win, I get some broth out of it. I have some rice that I cooked yesterday. I normally just put some rice, or whatever rice mixture I'm gonna put in my pot. Then I fill up the water a finger notch above top of the rice. Bring it to a boil. I'll let it boil for like 5 minutes. Just turn off the heat, leave the lid on the pot, walk away, go do other stuff, and let it cook. Take my tea broth. I'm going to wash off my knife. Remember, always safety. Don't leave sharp objects in your sink ever, because you might forget that they're in there. Very sharp knife. These great bowls. I think I got these from Williams-Sonoma. They have little spouts on the end, so it makes it easier when you want to pour stuff. If I was to pour that from the bowl, I'd probably make a mess. There's my carrot tea. It smells so good. Scramble up my eggs. When you peel ginger, just take a spoon. I learned this from Kathy, my culinary instructor. I went to the Bauman School for Holistic Nutrition, but I was already a dietitian at that point. Went to undergrad at Penn State, have my bachelor's of science in nutrition, and then I went to Marywood University, which is in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I used to work at the hospital, Lehigh Valley Hospital in Allentown, and commute an hour and a half at least, a couple times a week to go for my master's. And then when I was in culinary school, which was like 7 years later, I'm like, I never finished my master's. I didn't do my thesis, so I contacted the university. They told me that they'd give me 1 more year exactly to finish my thesis, so I did it. So while I was in culinary school, I was also doing my master's thesis and working full-time, and I moved to Vegas. It was horrible, but I did finish my thesis while I was in Vegas. All right, so I'm just gonna mince up some ginger. It was on the study of water and weight management. I looked at other people's research basically, and then did a survey of what the public's perception of not just the water and weight management philosophy, which is pretty well founded, that when you eat foods that are higher in water content, or when you make soup out of a casserole, for example, that food is more filling, will promote weight loss more so than the casserole itself, even if it's really vegetable laden. But I looked at the energy of water based on a Japanese scientist's research, Masaru Emoto. He talked about how water, when it was treated well, would form nice shaped crystals. So his book was The Hidden Messages in Water. And I did a survey of other dietitians to see what their perception would be like. Do you think the public would be open to that kind of information? I think pretty many of them thought it was pretty interesting and said yes, but I think to this day now, it's way more acceptable about energy, you know, how we treat our food, you know, how we treat our animals, of course, but everything in our life has a vibration. That's why that Japanese organizer was, what's her name? That's why she became so popular, because she's talked about, you know, looking at your item of clothing and, you know, thank you, this has served me well, I'm going to pass you on to somebody else now. And so you're like basically putting good energy into your item, even though you're passing it on to someone else. All right, I'm going to take like a nice scoop of rice here. Maybe two. This is like a whole day's worth of food. There's the rice and the veggies and the eggs. It's going to be so good. I'm just going to add some soy sauce in the end. I'm gluten intolerant, so I use tamari, which is a wheat-free soy sauce. After making that teriyaki sauce last week, though, I really prefer that. I'm just going to let this finish heating through. Okay, that was even easier than I imagined. To make the smoothie, good handful of greens. See, now I've got some fuel for work. There's a little Brazil nut for some selenium. So selenium is one of those powerful antioxidants that's a really good free radical scavenger. So when we just breathe oxygen, for example, we breathe in some oxygen that isn't stable, which is actually for a reason, because those free radicals actually help protect our body from viruses, so that they can attack viruses and break those down. But it's just our balance gets out of control, so we have too many free radicals in our diet or in the environment, toxins. Like I actually prefer to work out in the morning because I like the morning air. Like I feel better, but it's actually for a reason that you're exposed to fewer free radicals early in the morning. But once like the cars are out and about, then we have more free radical damage potential. Okay, so I got my molasses, my nutritional yeast for extra vitamins, minerals, B vitamins, magnesium, calcium, iron. Now I'm out of soy milk. I'm always out of something. Of course, this would have been a good place to put my tea. Oh, I had blueberries too. Okay. Let's get this baby going. I gotta go to work. I go to work like a dietitian. I teach about nutrition. Okay, so there's one thermos. I probably have about like one big one and one small thermos worth of food. Here's my smoothie in my Thermos brand water bottle. I think I should be sponsored by Thermos. I love Thermos. Ever since I was a kid, I used to have this snow white thermos. When my parents got divorced and I was an adult, it was like, I think I was like 30. I remember going back home and getting old toy box, which I still have from when I was a baby. I also have this Peanuts garbage can that I've had my entire life. Inside the toy box was my snow white thermos. So I've always had a soft spot for thermoses. And then they're super practical because they keep things hot and cold. How do they do that? Oh, I put my workout in too, which was like so pathetically quick, but at least I rode to the gym, so that was nice. And then just some barbell bicep curls and some rows. I mean, that was like probably one of the shortest workouts I've ever done in my life. Elizabeth Brown, the Kitchen Vixen. Have a good day.